Last time on Castle Crashers, we made it through one of the longest segments in the game, and we've ended up in Lava World. So it looks like today, Crag's going to be having a bit of a family reunion. Or maybe friend reunion. I don't really know Crag's relationship to all these other fire demons, though I can guess that it's probably kind of antagonistic considering they just straight up tried to murder each other the moment they saw each other, so I'm gonna guess they don't like each other too much, and unfortunately Crag really isn't too good for this stage because fire demons, as their name implies, are resistant to fire, so my magic isn't really going to work against them too well. But the thing is, player characters don't really get resistances, so while they resist magic attacks, I don't. You might have noticed I took quite a bit of damage from that magic attack back at the beginning, so you do have to be wary about these fire demons because they can do quite a bit of damage with their magic. Still not quite as annoying as the cone heads in their bomb magic though, so that's good. You can interrupt these guys with these little fire plumes, but unfortunately, like fire magic, it doesn't do too much damage, so lava plumes, it's pretty much just for interrupting them, which honestly you don't need too much considering you can juggle them pretty easily. Again, unlike coneheads, it is so nice to not really be fighting those guys anymore. Fire demons, while they can wreck you with magic, all in all, I just prefer fighting them because they go down a lot easier and you can actually juggle them, so I can actually use my winning strategy of hitting things through the sky again. Yep, winning strategy. Did you see me lose there? No, you didn't. So, coming up here we actually have a sandwich door. I wonder how we take care of this. Well, this guy might have a drop for us. He might also respawn when we eventually kill him, and once we do, grab this sandwich. And I'm actually going to get 9 of them, so I'm going to cut right here, because I want to stockpile these. You can buy them, but it's better just to have them. And now, upon using it, yes, you too can be a brute, or a beefy guy, or brawny guy, or burly guy, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to describe playing as one just yet, because all we really use that one for is just to remove that door, but nonetheless it is pretty nice that we get to turn the table and actually use that guy against enemies. So this is actually probably one of my favorite jokes in the game. That sign over there says, no active volcanoes, huh? What? That's pretty nice. Don't know why you'd go to a volcano town if it doesn't have active volcanoes, but well, these guys got Pompey'd. Well, on the bright side, they do have drops, which are looking pretty good. That burger apparently tasted quite fine and healed quite a bit of damage. It's one of the best healing items after just straight-up meat and potions. I don't know what kind of meat it is, to be completely fair, but it's just meat that heals a lot of health. But yeah, let's just break open these guys and see what they have inside. They're like little, I don't know, Kinder eggs, something like that. Crackers, whatever you want to call them. They got little prizes inside. Ooh, deviled egg, gross. And that one's got a blueberry. That's not too good either, because I don't really like blueberries, at least on their own. Come on, something here's got to have a good prize, right? I mean, you don't have to worry about these guys too much. They're already dead. They don't care if they're being broken open for items. I mean, come on. They've got to have something valuable. One had a burger, for God's sake. I'm sure he would have wanted me to have that burger. Sadly, you can't actually destroy those guys in the houses, or on top of the houses either. And fries, which don't actually heal that much. Ooh, bag of gold, that's nice. What about you? What do you got for me? Ooh, very nice. It's a little emerald, or topaz, purple diamond, another one. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good haul of money, and an apple. So we get to keep the doctor away, and look at that, it's the wizard. Looks like he's got a new buddy as well. Hey pal, you gonna fight us? No, you're just gonna leave? Well, good for you. Oh, so he's a necromancer. You didn't hear that part where I was talking about breaking you guys open for prizes, right? Like Kinder eggs or stuff like that, because, I mean, if you did, it was just a joke. I'm gonna kill you anyway, but, you know, I didn't mean anything by it. Oh, and I actually got a random drop. And that's actually a new one as well. If you ever see the blacksmith's head come up and he tells you to visit him for more information, that means you actually got a new weapon. Same for the nurse. If you get a new animal orb, she'll say the same thing more or less, but I don't think we'll be saying that because I've pretty much got all the animal orbs that you don't have to buy, basically. So don't really have to worry about that. But yeah, I got a random drop, and also it was probably too high level for me to use, which is why I grabbed it, but it didn't actually appear in my hand, so unfortunately we don't get to see its stats, but hey, at least you obtain it. That's pretty handy. Now we've got a whole lot of fire demons, which is not good for us, because they're just going to magic it up. And trust me, they are prone to using magic. Actually, they do like to interrupt you like that. Similar to the cone heads, you do kind of want to keep them grouped together. That's kind of the winning strategy, basically. If you're in the air, try to keep everyone kind of together so you can just hit them all at once. At the very least, you don't want someone too far forward ahead of you or behind you, because that's the best way for them to interrupt you. Oh, come on, a single fire demon? I just fought like, what was that, 5 of you guys? Come on. Come on, Uncle Sven. You know you can't kill Crag. You couldn't do it back in the day, and you can't do it now. And now you're dead, because Crag is just too strong for you. So we get a bit of meat. Now, if I'm correct... Actually, wait. This might just be a normal enemy encounter. Yes, it is. Okay, so just 3 more of these guys. You know the deal by now. Lava Plume is really more just to interrupt them and also interrupt you if you're not cautious, but for the most part, just going to want to take them down physically unless you don't have a fire user like I do. So yeah, Orange Knight and Crag and anyone else I'm not thinking of that uses fire magic, not good for that. I don't think anyone uses fire magic, to be fair. I mean, there are like 30-something characters, I can't remember them all, but anyway, mini-boss right here, and this guy is actually resistant to non-sandwich attacks, so you're gonna want to use a sandwich. Don't worry, these fire demons drop even more of them for you. So, like normal burly dudes, you can just punch and throw enemies and interrupt them and just be a general nuisance, but you do actually have a very helpful but unique attack. You've probably seen this animation being done by certain burly enemies, but for the most part, yeah, you're the only one that can windmill into the sky like this, and trust me, it is so useful. Especially for one particular battle. Oh boy. But yeah, if you ever find yourself surrounded, just use a sandwich and just windmill yourself into the sky with certain enemies. They can't do anything about it, and you'll do a lot of damage, and in the end, once you unsandwich yourself, they'll just like fall off from the top of the screen and it'll look pretty cool because they'll just fall all the way down and probably die. So yeah, that'll be like your anime finisher or something. You just turn into a very beefy dude and just wreck the hell out of them. No problem whatsoever. What's this? Well, that looks shiny and therefore I want it, but a dragon? What's this? And a second dragon? My god, it's a double dragon! So this boss isn't really all that difficult, but if we try to go up here, this dragon right there, yeah, he's going to try to eat us, so I think it's safer to take care of this guy. He looks a little less tough to me. Just attack his chin a whole lot, and when he's rearing up to spit some fire at you, just go up the hill. You do have to time it well so you can get under the boulder. If you don't get a good rhythm going, you're probably going to get hit by the boulder if you're trying to rush it, or if you're not trying to rush it, you'll get hit by the fire, which doesn't do a lot of damage, but it hits you a lot if those fire demons were any indication. Oh, but we killed them already. Alright, time to take care of the... Oh, he disappeared. Alright, I won't argue with that. So with that, that's the end of Lava World. Yeah, a one-level segment. I'm not gonna argue with that after the previous segment. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't really want to go through that again for quite a while. Still got a fair amount of EXP though, so yay for me. Uh-oh. Oh, we took the time to bury him. How nice. Oh dear, he's being brought back from the dead. That's a fair bit less nice. Well, let's hope we don't run into those guys. For the time being, though, let's level up, and don't worry, this time I didn't forget that there's a store here. By the way, new magic. It's just an aerial projectile magic, which I don't find terribly useful myself. So this is the only guy that Crag doesn't hate. He was probably his childhood friend or something. They were friends in high school, hated everyone else, but Crag was the one to get out of town, and unfortunately, this demon right here, Phil, yeah, he is stuck in the store right here. I do so pity him. He does not look happy, the poor guy. Ah well, that's enough of that. He sells bombs, potions, and sandwiches here, as well as an animal orb that actually increases your defense, so yeah, that's pretty useful as well. Defense is always appreciated. No, that's not an actual gate, you can't break it open, that's just decoration. So since I don't need anything else here, I think it's about time to take it to that industrial prince. Not beefy enough, huh? Next time on Castle Crashers, Crag will give him what for.